Hey there, CyberJunkie here again. This is my official too long did not read video blurb created especially for people that have they're actually people who have requested me to make videos, and for those who dislike my tendency of creating posts that are longer than a tweet. Okay, so we are approaching the weekend, and to be clear, I actually tend to receive a lot of my personal messages and direct messages from this forum during the weekends, and I know that's because people are weekend warriors and they're just putting things into action. They've got some spare time, etc., etc. That's all good. Here is a snapshot of the caliber of people uh, that I am getting PMs from. Now, this is the backstory. This guy is a programmer. He's a more of a technical SEO person, and I tend to receive a lot of PMs from people like this. These are, software developers, bot creators. He's also a real estate investor. He is an SEO entrepreneur. He's a sought after search engine optimization public speaker in certain world markets, which is fascinating. He's a sports team manager uh, with salaried capacity in excess of $200,000 if he's working full time. He's a very well connected guru in the guru marketing SEO media space. He, sent me an email from, pretty impressive group of people, network of guys that he's on solid direct terms with. He's putting into motion VA staff for lead gen, which is a good idea. He actually offered me 10% to conduct all of his sales for him, but that's just part of the process. There's a lot more I could, write about this person. He's fascinating. He's a very interesting guy. But the reason why I've decided to make a public a video about a common problem is because I've received a lot of similar types of emails from people in reaction to my original thread about reeling in $100,000 and beyond VIP search engine optimization full stack media clients. Okay, so some people are of the impression, and it's wrong-headed, that the uh, how should I say this? That the combination skill best suited for reeling in big fish media clients are the following tools. Scrapebox operating on VPNs with GSA, contact form tools from Loopline, hey Loopline, some custom use of any of this stuff, burner domains, burner emails, Gmonster, which if abused is nothing more than a spam tool. Okay, PayPal or Skype. So there are people that are of the mindset that these combination skills or these combination tools will consistently reel in 6 and 7 figure remote clients in a post-pandemic world. I am here to tell you that that is probably as wrong-headed as you can conduct yourself to reel in top level clients that are profiled like this. Okay, it just doesn't work like that. Now, if you look at each of these pods, we have 7 pods here. These are basically engagement levels or statements of work attributes that you can apply to reel in, 6 and 7 digit clients. The problem is, in order to even get to this point where you can have just one statement of work within a body of 7. Now, just to be clear, I've listed 7 here in sequence, but this is not an exhaustive list of statements of work. This is just a method guide, okay? And just one pod within the sequence, I'll give you a clear, workable example. You could sell one statement of work within a complete engagement order or a fractional engagement order where you sell a $20,000 product to a high income professional that has a value of $30,000, but you're selling it at a promo for $20,000, you can take that same body of work, have it fulfilled for less than $10,000 and pocket over 50% of that deal. That one product within the deal. Okay? And that's a very real thing. That happens all the time. This is a very specialist line of work. However, you can never get to any of these steps or pods or add-ons, if you will, if you can't first secure the client. And if your idea, if your best thinking with all of this experience is to offer me 10% of your business, the funny thing here is what people don't you have no business without sales. Without sales, you don't even have a business. So, this is very it's an interesting set of, you know, personal messages that I tend to get on a random basis, but that's all good. Everyone's in a learning phase here, and that's why I actually put the threads up. Okay, but be aware of something. I did not just start this. Okay, this is not new to me. I've been doing this for over a decade. Okay, so you need to understand that spamming and Loopline's tools, by the way, we've been using my team has been using Loopline's tools for over 5 years and perhaps longer in some B2C operations, okay? And I am not saying that you can't figure out a way to approximate a workable technique with Loopline's tools with reeling in 6 and 7 figure clients. That's not what I am saying. It's quite possible that you can. But this person has not figured that out yet, and I'll tell you because, and others like him that send me DMs, in his example, I will say this, he sent me a message telling me that he sent 10,000 emails, okay? This is a guy who very intelligent guy, sent 10,000 emails to uh, what he called a targeted group of people. And the people, uh, he received 2 replies from 10,000 people that he sent mails to, and they basically said, "I don't want your service. Thank you very much." Okay, so at least that's the reaction that he had. Now, here's my thing. Nowhere in any of my method guides or tutorials have I ever advocated, promoted, or implied that spamming or mass spamming is going to get you deals of merit. Look at these efficiencies. 55 emails sent, 8 contacts delivered with gatekeepers, never contact with a client during this round, but one final sale that occurred within 10 days. You don't see 10, 50, 100,000 emails sent to attain this efficiency. It doesn't exist. Okay, and I could go on and on and on. This is another highlight within my original thread. These are the detailed stats. 44, less than 50 emails sent, 16 gatekeeper contacts, 2 contacts uh, within once, because all you need is one sale within a certain campaign cycle. Close within 10 days. Okay? Net earnings on this profit 28,000 plus. This was a deal actually, and I've talked about this before. You should really only be selling 3 types of deals, 3 price points, sometimes 2, depends on what markets you're going into. This ended up being a deal that's worth over $250,000 because uh, the client re-upped for another year, and then there's another deal package sold like this where the same thing occurred but from a different perspective. The perspective was this client basically wanted their daughter to have the campaign, so the campaign after their second cycle was gifted to the daughter. That's how powerful these campaigns can be. But you don't see efficiencies where someone's spamming 300,000 people scraping from Scrapebox using, leads from Scrapebox. That's not a smart lead gen tactic. And I'll tell you why. It's very simple, then I'll wrap this up because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. There's a level of professionalism that is very hard to attain if you are not customizing your email dispatches, okay? That's a clear way to explain it. So the whole idea of just loading up on spam and using the machine gun Kelly approach does not work. Now, Mr. Funnel explained this to us within a prior thread where he basically was at a party right here having a conversation with a group of business owners and marketing managers. And he asked them about SEO. What did they say? They get bombarded with emails offering these types of services all the time. They hit delete without a peek. Okay? This is the reality of the world. This is what happens. So when you have this mentality that you're just going to hit up loop line and scrape leads and you call that target marketing, that's kind of wrong-headed. Okay. Now I'll say this, and then I'll you know I'll leave my 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 video to those who decide they want to view it. Okay. I have, like I said, I haven't just started this. I've been helping people based on my own background for many years, and people like this are very common. They, for some reason, I attract them like flies. These are programmers, these are techie people that they over-index on their programming and their technical abilities from a mechanical dimension, and they're completely blind to the sales and marketing side of this equation, which could actually yield them a very healthy 6 or 7 digit business. It happens all the time. I see it all. It's like clockwork. These are super duper techie people. They're so smart. They're programmers and all that stuff, but they don't understand that that is not the solution. That's not they need the combination skills that they don't have are the sales and marketing aspect. And they think everyone else has the problem because I'm not going to get more into the and more in depth from about the DM that he sent me, but he went on a name calling spree about the clients or the prospects rather. You know, he thinks they're just stupid. I'm like, no, they're not stupid. The reality is there's something defective with the sales process here, and your capability, your technical ability to spam tons of people is no guarantee of success. If that were the case, this forum probably wouldn't even exist because everyone would just, or even worse, tools like this and this would be treated like drug crimes, okay? Because the government would put a stop to them so people don't get rich so fast. It just doesn't happen like that, okay? The reality is I don't know what his emails look like, or because no one's giving me specifics on what their methods are. I never really have method specifics, um, but I have enough information to offer some feedback just based on the information that's given to me. And the truth is, a lot of this is a matter of information design, okay? And if you can't properly design the information for the prospect to digest in an attractive way, then you're never going to produce high ticket sales in a consistent way. It's just that simple. So this is the end of my TLDR blurb, and thank you for your time. If you want to read the rest, you can read the rest, but I just wanted to just give some personal feedback and nuance into some of the errors that are apparent that people tend to have, when they are, they're trying to source or, you know, streamline their own methods. Okay, but spamming is not the solution in most cases. Loop lines, products and services, these guys, everyone does a great job making tools. Okay, not everyone, but Loopline in particular, he's got great stuff. It's been there for a long time. He's very credible. Send him some coffee and all that stuff. But the point is, you need a better strategy than you're applying and executing because obviously it's defective. Okay, you're bringing in, this guy told me he's bringing in VAs to do lead gen and to do all the most important part is the client acquisition. Now he's bringing someone in, uh, his VA staff for that. So, he has to have a better, and not, I'm saying him because this is just the most recent email that I'm addressing. Uh, but this occurs to my inbox constantly. So I just wanted to put this out there. Hopefully people change. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.